saying, because I don't even remember that.
Yeah, she got out in '94.
Oh my God.
And I'm still waiting for them to honor Patty.
Yeah, well, let's see if she can hang on 4 more years.
I want them to honor her too.
Yes.
They need
Well, she'll accept under anybody at this point. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with the new video. I hope you guys had a great Christmas weekend. I had a nice, quiet Christmas weekend. When I say it was quiet, it was quiet. I caught up on my Celia Cruz Netflix telenovela.
I keep saying I'm going to watch it.
When you watch it, you're going to get hooked.
Can I just say this real quick? Thank you to everyone. People just keep hitting me up that they love Game of Thrones. And they're thanking me. And just recently, a young lady just tweeted me, and she said, "Thanks for recommending Games of Thrones. I finished all 6 seasons over my Christmas break from work, and it is better than you described."
Wow. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to watch Game of Thrones.
Like, I think I want to watch the last season all over again, because I feel like the last season was like really good.
I'm going to check it out. So I promise, as soon as I finish Celia and I got 8 more episodes to go, I will start watching Game of Thrones. And I got nothing but Christmas break. It's New Year's Eve and all of that stuff. So, I'm going to get into it. But I just been into it. It's really, really good. And now Celia is an adult.
Turn it off.
Just going through. Look at that!
I know. I keep looking over there at it.
She just went through so much. So if you got time, check out Celia. It's on Netflix. And check out Game of Thrones, which is on HBO On Demand. Has all the seasons, so there's no excuse on why you can't watch it. Plus, I think HBO has all of their series on demand, so it takes a little bit of time just to get to Game of Thrones because they got all of their series on the.
I think I might actually just watch Boardwalk Empire over again.
Yeah, I know that was your show.
Because
is it over with?
Yes, they ended like last year.
And that was in Atlantic City, right? Yeah.
That was my show. I love a good period piece show. And that was an excellent period piece show. Like, it was excellent.
So what happened with you on House of Cards? Because the new season came back and you ain't.
I was watching it, but I kind of like the new season kind of like went
downhill
to me. It didn't catch my interest like the first 2. You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't. Remember, that used to be my fucking show. But it was like a really slow season for me. I think maybe the next season I'll probably pick up a little bit more, but I still would recommend House of Cards. I still would recommend that to anybody, but I just feel like this particular season was kind of slow for me.
Yeah. Well, if y'all watching the Scorpion Show for the first time, I hope that y'all click that subscribe button. Also, please like this video and share this video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, text message, or wherever you choose to share our videos. Did you watch that video I sent you with Patty and Celia?
That's all. I seen it.
Oh, I've never seen it before. Yeah. And they was going off. And Patty's trying to outdo her while they're yelling and screaming. Bitch, don't do it no more. She couldn't remember the words, so she was out there yelling and screaming, bitch. No, don't do that. And then she tried it again with Gloria Estefan because I watched them in the performance. Yeah, she really just yells and screams. Let me stop. But yeah, Celia Cruz is my girl, and I like the show. So I hope y'all check it out. Christmas, again, it was just really, really quiet. But I know they wasn't quiet at church. How was church?
Oh, church was good. I was my first day back at church in 2 weeks. I had a really good time. My pastor delivered a good message. It was just good to be back home. You know what I mean? Like, you don't realize that you are actually missed, or that people really, really, until you go back and then after service and people was coming up to me like, "Oh my God, yeah." And I didn't realize that I haven't worn a suit in a long time at church, because I mean, people were just like, "Look at you," and I was just like, "Wow, I ain't have a suit on in that long." Like,
you did look nice. You did look nice.
It was Christmas, so I wanted to make sure I looked nice for church.
I know that's right.
When we celebrated his birth, so it was really, really good service. My pastor and them, they invited me over to their house. I don't know why they still invite me. It's because I'm just gonna go. So I don't know. Some of you were on my Instagram live when I had got to their house yesterday, and some of y'all were asking if my first lady cooked, and she got on camera and said, "Yes, I cook," whatever the case may be. But my pastor, like I told you before, he loves to cook, and he's a baker. And so yesterday he had made 2 different types of macaroni and cheese, and one regular, and then he made another one that had like tomato sauce in it, which I had never had before. So I was just like, I'll pass. So when I said it, my pastor was like, "No, you gonna try it." So he told me, "Try it, and you gonna like it." I ate it and I was like, "Bitch, this is good." Like it was actually really good. It tasted like regular macaroni and cheese, but it just had that little zing to it. He had his. Now I'm not a fan of whipped yams. I'm just not a fan. I'm whipped yams that look like mashed potatoes. Candy yams that's whipped.
Yeah, I think you was talking about with marshmallows in them.
Well, no, because he made it whipped, and the marshmallows were melted on top of it, like it was hot and whatever. And I'm not a fan of marshmallows. Well, honey.
You just ate them sweet potatoes. I know I do love sweet potatoes.
Bitch. And if it don't have yams or anything on the plate, it's not soul food to me. Honey, when I tell you I could have took that whole tray home with me. I mean, he put his foot in for Christmas. Now, he cooks good. But Christmas dinner, he cooked.
I know that's right.
And I tell people, my pastor, when you go to his house, whether it's Sunday dinner or whatever, he cooks as if it reminds you of like the movies when they like down south and all that food be on the table. That's what his house reminds you of. And then then you have dessert at the house. So it ain't just a pie or a cake. He'll have 4 pies that he baked and 2 cakes that he baked, and he don't believe in store-bought, so he bakes everything.
So your whole church is at the house?
No, he makes all that food for like his family that he invites over, or anybody that that comes over. No. But their house is like I said, I don't know why they invite me, because I just go to hell over there any damn way. Just go over there any damn way. But yeah, it was just really, really good, like really, really good. So I had a good Christmas. My mom liked her Christmas. She liked her gift. My dad liked his gift. What do you mean? I'm trying to figure out if I still like the gift that I got. I don't know who gave it to me now. Oh, my dad gave it to me.
What did you get?
He gave me this cologne. He gave me some money, and he gave me some cologne, because I love cologne. He gave me the Burberry cologne. I gotta remember the name of it. But I don't.
London.
No, it's like a. It's like at the tip of my tongue. But the thing is, anybody who knows me knows that I love YSL. And I love the light fragrance, that comes in the clear fragrance. So it's kind of hard for me to jump to a new fragrance. So I sprayed it on me, and I was just like, trying to get to, and I'm like, okay, it has to grow on me, because
it's not
YSL is my signature cologne. And my cousin always says that whenever I smell YSL, I always think of you. That's just my signature cologne. So I have to kind of get used to it. Yeah. I think next year I'll probably tell my dad, don't give me.
Or just give you a gift card to go get you some cologne. That's the best thing, gift card.
Because he had the nerve, and I ain't tell him that my mom told me. He had the nerve to tell my mom to tell me, don't buy him no more clothes.
Wait, he told your mom don't buy you no more clothes?
No. He told my mom, I guess he basically told my mom that he didn't want me buying him
clothes. Oh.
Because I guess he don't like the clothes I pick out for him.
Oh, shit.
But he didn't tell me. He told her.
And she told you.
And then she told me. But then she told me in a way like, well, when you go get him something, just kind of, don't get this. Just kind of get that. Okay. I'm back on the phone like, oh, okay. Oh, so I don't like what I get. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, he did try it. But I got him this nice big, polo set cologne. It's really, really nice. It's really nice.
I need to re-up on my cologne collection.
Yeah. My sister and I, we chipped in and got my mom this, because my mom, she's not a gift person. She just likes money.
Okay.
But thank you, Jesus, because I ain't going to give her no money this year, because I'm broke. Okay? I'm not rich. Well, I ain't broke. I just ain't going to give her no damn money. So my sister texted me and was like, we're going to buy mommy this laptop. And I'm like, okay. And she was like, it's a touchscreen type of laptop. So we got that for her, and yeah, she really liked it. Yeah, she loves it, because my mom she's learning, because my mom and dad are kind of old school, so she's learning, she's learning how to do certain things, and she really likes it. But I hope my sister's going to show her how to use it, because I hope she don't think I'm going to show her how to use it. I just bought it for you.
And this bitch can barely use a computer from time to time.
I sure can. I use this. This is my computer. And I try to tell people that. When I came out with an iPhone, that was it for me and computers. It really was. Like, I do everything on my phone, and I can't wait. I'm going to treat myself to a new phone.
Yeah.
But don't laugh at me, yo. I think I want to treat myself to the 6 Plus, not the 7.
I want the 7. I could get the upgrade. I'm thinking about getting it. I mean, once I get the 7, I'm not going to upgrade till the 9 comes out. Because, I mean, it's only so much that an iPhone can do now.
Right.
Everybody FaceTimes. I'm Instagram. Right. We already know Samsung got the best camera, so there's nothing they could do to change that.
There you go. You're right about that, because my coworker has a Samsung Galaxy, and her camera is off the hook.
Yeah, so I'll probably just upgrade it, because it's probably a little bit faster, and that's it. Plus, I need 128 gigs, because 64 gigs is not going to get on my phone anymore.
That's on
iPhone 7. You could upgrade the 128 on 6S Plus, I think so. But I would rather have the 7 when I do that.
I just don't want the 7. I just don't want it because I don't. If I get the 7, I want the Plus, the bigger one, and I don't want those.
I don't need no big phones. I don't need the big phones.
See, this has gotten small to me now.
Really?
I remember when this was too big for me.
I don't need nothing big.
I need a big.
This is the perfect size. The perfect size. I don't need nothing else.
No, I need a big phone because I tell you, Kevin, I do everything on my phone now to the point where I feel like I'm somebody's publicist.
Well,
and I need a bigger phone.
Well,
I do.
You was Beyonce's online publicist, and I say her name, so don't even judge her.
Okay.
And bitch, bitch, I was over you, cause
what?
I don't know why. I don't know. I just like, cause y'all know we dealing with all these celebrity deaths. And I said, okay, George Michael passed away. Why you gotta post a picture with Beyonce on his fucking post? George Michael is big enough.
Oh wait, somebody else said that too. Oh, you just had to find a picture with him and Beyonce.
Okay.
Yeah. But somebody else, hello, when Prince died, I found the picture with her and Beyonce.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was in my own, like, I was really shocked.
Listen, I told Mikey, he's a Mariah fan who said it to me. I said, listen, when Mariah goes, there's plenty of pictures with her and Beyonce.
Okay, because they're good
Don't think, because that's the only one she knows. Don't think.
And I have to watch that interview. I was in the hospital when that interview was.
With
Mariah and the new one.
With Andy.
Yeah.
Bitch.
And she's like, and I definitely don't know her.
He asked her about Nicki Minaj. Well, what do you like about Nicki Minaj? She looked at him like that.
He still asked her.
I was getting ready for her to ask him, what do you like about her?
Well, oh my God. So
let me tell you something, baby.
This weekend we lost 3 more people. We lost comedian Ricky Harris. He was 52 years old.
And if Beyonce had took a picture with him, they'd be up there together too on my page.
And George Michael passed away on Sunday, on Christmas of all days. And today we lost Carrie Fisher, who was Princess Leia. Now I don't know on Star Wars. Now I don't know too much about her, but I know she comes from a long line of family of actors.
She comes from Hollywood royalty.
Yes.
Carrie Fisher, now she's well known. Everybody knows her from Star Wars, and you know she's done movies since then. And which I'm very, very shocked and surprised that a lot of young people know who she is, because a lot of young people I saw on Twitter was like, well, we don't know her from Star Wars. We know her from this movie and that movie. And I was like, wow, you know, because she's been doing movies for a long time. But Carrie Fisher comes from Hollywood royalty. Her mother is the famous actress Debbie Reynolds, who is still living. She's 84 years old. She's still living. I'm sure you guys heard of Singing in the Rain. That movie, Debbie Reynolds starred in that film. She starred in The Unsinkable Molly Brown. She also starred in this film that I really, really like. I can't think of the name of it right now. But it stars Debbie Reynolds, Betty Davis, and Ernest Borgnine. And she plays their daughter. She plays the daughter of this couple who was kind of poor. And then she gets engaged to this man who comes from a rich family. But yet, his family doesn't really know that she's poor. And so, the mom, Debbie Reynolds' mom, is trying to put on airs like they got money, so she's trying to have this big elaborate wedding for her daughter that the father can't really afford because he's only a taxi driver. It's a really good movie. When I find out the name of the movie, I'll tell y'all. But Debbie Reynolds is a big star. Her father, Carrie Fisher's father, is Eddie Fisher. Now he was like a musician, I think, / actor. But this is the thing. Remember back in the day, that's when a lot of affairs and scandals was going on. Eddie Fisher was married to Debbie Reynolds, and he then had an affair with Elizabeth Taylor. And he left Debbie Reynolds to be with Elizabeth Taylor. And it was this big thing. Now, mind you, that was the original Brangelina. Angelina and Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. That was the original, okay? That was a big thing in Hollywood back in the day. And then some years later, probably about 15 years ago, Debbie Reynolds and Elizabeth Taylor came together and made a movie together.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes. After all these years, but her, Elizabeth Taylor and Eddie Fisher didn't stay together for too long. But yeah, Carrie comes from this big long line of Hollywood royalty, and it was sad because I really thought that she was going to pull through, because I remember a few days ago when they announced that she had a heart attack coming back from London on a plane. And, they were saying that she was in critical condition. And then just the other day, her mom tweeted and saying that she was in stable condition. So I'm like, okay, she's getting a little better. So you'll be able to see her in a few months talking about this and just laughing it off and just saying, But then today, it was like she did. And I'm like, oh my God. But come to find out, I read that she had cardiac problems in the past. So it was like that one just cardiac arrest that just took her. And it's sad because years ago you used to think that 60 was old, but she's 60 in 2016 is really young. To me, I feel like 60 is young. And to hear that she died at the age of 60, it's like, wow, she really did have some more years ahead of her. But like they say, God knows when he's going to call you back home.
Yeah, and tomorrow is not promised to nobody. Even the whole day ain't even promised to you.
No, it's not.
So
even the next minute.
Yes, okay, bitch, your son came right here.
Okay.
And I ain't trying to go nowhere, okay?
And I hope you have a plan on how I'm going to get paid.
Yes. What are you talking about?
Because if you go, I need to get paid.
Oh, Lord. Let's not even talk about that, because I ain't trying to go nowhere. But this year has been the year of just celebrity deaths, and just deaths out of nowhere. They're here one day, they go on the next. You see them tweeting, they die a couple hours later. It's just crazy. I just think that we all should just get closer with our family, our friends, and tell the people that we love them. These are just all examples. And I think this is the most celebrity deaths I can ever remember in 1 year. And this day after day. And I told you on Friday, 2016 is not over. We have a Saturday. And I was like, well, I hope we don't have no more. And bitch, on Christmas, it was George Michael. And he's a pop icon from the 80s and 90s. He ain't really had much success like that in the 2000s, but in the 80s yes, he was in a group. They broke up. He did his own thing, and I remember him on them MTV days. Now, if you think I can sing the songs from beginning to end, no, but I do know that his music was always there. He was just big, and yes, we know about his scandal where he was forced to come out to say that he was gay. He was actually trying to beat one of the Sunday papers over there in London. So he did the interview with CNN that Friday because he knew that CNN is an international station, so that it would air that Saturday, so it would beat the Sunday press. He just been through a whole lot,
For those of you that don't know what Kevin's talking about, because you're too young to remember, George Michael some years ago in the 90s was caught in a park in LA with another man by the police. And so, like he said, to avoid all that big scandal, he just came out a few months later or something like that.
I'm not sure how far apart it was.
It wasn't too close to when he got arrested, but it wasn't too far after when he just came out and just said, look, I'm gay. But I kind of figured, who didn't know he was gay? Yeah. He was too pretty, like Prince.
So that means Prince is gay?
Listen. Prince did his thing.
Yes.
Okay? That man wore high heel shoes on the red carpet with his wife. Okay? He was doing something. And let me tell you something, to each his own. Prince did his thing, and he was respected, and he was loved. Now, I don't think I would have been able to handle Prince. Because he seemed like he probably would have been too wild for me. Oh, I don't like all that type of kinky stuff.
Oh, you don't?
No.
You just a church mouse.
Listen, I likes to have fun. Prince is the type of person look like he liked the bondage and the
No.
Yeah, because I know that's your thing. The bondage and the tying up and the handcuffs and the thing in your mouth. I don't like all
Well, who said all that? You ain't got to have nothing in your mouth.
No, like, you know that, not,
I know what you're talking about, but that ball.
thing.
Yes,
Yeah, don't
nobody
put that in my
want that,
mouth.
bitch, if something goes wrong, I'm going to say, stop, bitch. Oh, you like that, huh? Bitch, I'm dying. You thinking I like that?
Okay? I don't like that.
You better stop playing with
You
me.
can't handcuff me to nothing. You can't even pull handcuffs out because I'm going to think something's going on.
You try to like it.
You like that same thing?
I'm not going to talk about that.
But you wouldn't mind getting, like, tied up.
I'm not going to talk about that. Because last week you made me choke on a fucking walnut, and we're not going there today. But yeah, cherish life. Yes. Cherish life, and you know, it's never too late to start over whatever you want to do in life.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, so go
Just
ahead and
me.
go after it, yes.
Okay.
I say chase it, because you never know. You don't want to just... Like,
Chase that money. Don't let that money chase you.
Amen.
Hey, you can chase me too.
So you know, with Christmas and all of that stuff, I want to know, why is it that so many people go to run to the mall the day after Christmas, and then everybody get into fights?
Bitch, I went to the mall the day after Christmas.
It was 8 fights yesterday
And I went
across 8 states, 9 states.
Yeah, I saw that on the news. But I went early.
Early in the morning.
Yeah, I went early in the morning.
You
I got in and got out. No, I was trying to buy something.
What you got?
Well, I wanted to buy me a nice new suit.
Oh, okay.
And I found a nice suit, but it wasn't what I wanted. But it was, you know, still nice. But you know how when you got your eyes set on a particular something, and they didn't have the particular something I wanted. So then I saw something. I said, oh, I like this. And then I saw a few other pieces in there, so I was good. But I mean, I just hate when you find the jacket that fits but the pants don't fit, or the pants fit but the jacket don't fit. I hate that. And I hate going into a store and I have to look for stuff. Because shit is thrown all over the place. I don't like that. I'm
Where'd
not
you
that
get
type
your
of
suit
shopper.
from?
Primark.
Everybody loves that fucking store.
It's very, and the reasonable stuff, check it out. You know?
I'm gonna have to go there.
Check.
Because Daryl told me he go in there all the time, and he could go in there trying to spend something. He come out spending like $200-300.
Yep. You can. Yes, you can. I didn't go in there with $200-300 yesterday. No, I didn't. I went.
Bitch,
No, I didn't. Let me tell you something. I bought a suit in there. I bought a suit. I went in there with $200 because I was like, I'm only coming to the mall to buy this thing and maybe a few other things. So let me just take $200 out the house with me. I went in that mall and I went to Primark. And you want to know how much I spent on that suit? A suit like that at Zara's would have cost me $300. You know how much I spent on that suit?
$99.
$81.
I need some damn suits.
$81.
I don't even have suits. I need suits. I need everything.
And I bought some nice bow ties, some nice pocket squares, some nice pins for my suit thing. Because you know, to me, a suit jacket ain't right unless it has a nice pin on it. If some of you follow me, you know I like that.
Y'all better get this advice from this church queen.
I'm just saying, it doesn't. And, you know, and this lady was in there with her son yesterday, and she saw me picking out the stuff that I was getting, and she was like, I was kind of embarrassed for the guy because, you know, he's like he was a teenager, but, you know, his mom was in there trying to get him some nice suits. But, you know, young guys are not into really suits. I mean, it's rare that you find a really young, you could tell, but it's a nice looking guy too. And, you know, his mom was trying to, you know, point stuff out. So his mom saw me and she saw, you know, me grabbing stuff and putting stuff together and looking. So she said to me, she said, see, you know, you got to kind of be like that. You got to, you know, trying to, I guess the father probably was nowhere to be around because, you know. But anyway, that's none of my business. So, you know, I told him, I said, listen, it's fun to have your mom here. And I said, no disrespect, Mom. I said, but at some point, going into adulthood and manhood, you're going to have to come and, because I said at an early age, when I was in high school, my mother was no longer picking out my clothes and buying my clothes because I already had my own style. So I knew what it was. And the same for my sister. I said she had her own style too. I said I thank God for my mother and father because the two of them had a style and they kind of, you know, they had a style and they put their style on their kids. And then when we got older, they allowed us to have our own style. And I thank God for my parents for allowing that, because some parents will just try to enforce things on you, and then you'll never really get your own identity. And I said to him, you know, it's good that you have your mom, but at some point you're going to have to
learn how to do this.
Learn how to do it for yourself. And his mom was like, yes, you are absolutely right, and I don't take offense, but you are absolutely right. I said, yeah, because, you know, when you in here looking for suits and stuff, you shouldn't have your mom with you. That's a
that's
a big boy thing. No, you're right, but I mean, at some point you gotta
grow up. So
I didn't want my mom shopping for me when I was in high school. You cannot shop for me. You can't even buy my underwear. No.
What size you wear?
In underwear? What size do I wear or what size do I squeeze into?
Tell me about it. Because I remember those days. I used to get into them and then got bigger. Shit. I know what size I don't go up to. I know what fits me just right.
Just right.
Okay.
Listen.
Oh my God.
I'm not playing no games, but yeah.
And I like comfortable. I hate uncomfortable underwear. It has to be comfortable. But we're gonna move on from that. Cause in our conversation. I didn't say nothing great. So President Obama was doing an interview with David Axelrod. It was like an audio interview. I guess it was on his website or something. Okay. So he was saying that, first of all, he's been throwing shade at Hillary left and right lately.
Who?
President Obama, because they lost. He was saying like she didn't do what she's supposed to do. I did this. The way he's doing is I went here, I went there, I knew this stuff, I knew what to do.
And
basically he's throwing shade.
And I didn't get big headed when I thought that I was winning.
Yeah.
And he felt like Hillary Clinton got too big headed thinking that she was gonna win it.
Yeah, and then he was saying that if he could run again, and based on hope, and he felt like he could have beaten Trump if he would have ran for a third term. And I really do believe that he would have won.
Yes.
But knowing Donald Trump,
he doesn't think it.
He doesn't think so. He said, hell no. He wouldn't have won.
But Donald Trump forgets that Hillary Clinton beat him in the popular vote.
Almost 3 million
Meaning
votes.
more people voted for Hillary Clinton. But because of this whole electoral college situation, Trump won. And it's funny because we had this conversation at my pastor's house yesterday, and we were talking about the whole electoral college, and I was saying that this is something, because one of the guys asked me, he said, well, how do you feel about that? And I said, listen, this is something that I feel as though they need to get rid of. But they have to kind of find a way how they're going to get rid of it, because we've been using it for so many years that it's going to be hard
years
to try to get rid of something like that. I said, but not that long.
Mm-hmm.
You said 300 years?
Since the 1700s. Because from
the presidency?
Mm-hmm. I believe that they were saying like they didn't want everybody to vote. Only people who had money could vote. Like it was, I can't remember.
Well, maybe because it ain't been 300 years since we had our first president.
Well, it's been since the 1700s.
Yes. Well, yeah, but you just beat me over the 300 years, kind of.
Well,
but no, I get what you're saying.
America been around since 17 what? 87, 80. Wait, no, 1774. Get it right. I hope I got it right.
1770.
No, they came here. They came here in the 1600s.
Right, but the Declaration of Independence
is 1776. July 2nd, 1770. It wasn't July the 4th when they signed the independence. But bitch, look, I'm old, okay? I get the right to not remember every goddamn thing. But I do know that the Constitution was 1787, right?
I think you made
the First Amendment.
Yeah, I think you made right.
Okay. Whatever the case may be. And then George Washington is not really the first president because they had other leaders.
But we're not talking about that.
All right.
It was July the 4th, the Declaration of Independence, where where America, quote unquote, they say officially became the United States.
Okay, 1776. Well, I was saying 74.
I don't know why you were saying 74.
1776.
And that was only 240 years ago.
Yeah. So you can't even round it off to 300. So let's say.
That's why I said not 300. That's why I said not 300.
I'm sorry. But y'all know
the first president didn't come around until 1789.
Yeah, and that was George Washington.
Well, the first president that was
officially president.
Yeah, president. Didn't come around to 1789. But anyway, don't you argue with me.
Well,
But anyway, what was
I
I saying?
can't name the presidents, okay? All of them.
Well, listen.
But we were saying that the electoral college.
Yeah, the electoral college. So then, yeah. So I said, yeah, I think that, you know, but it's been going on for so long.
I think that the North had more people than the South or some shit.
But see, the thing about the electoral college, it just feels like, so basically what y'all telling us is only the states that have the highest or the electoral college or whatever the case may be are important. And I was saying that, you know, it deters a lot of young people from going out and voting because they look at it and they say, well, if Hillary Clinton got the most votes, we don't understand why it is that Donald Trump still won. And it's kind of hard to explain to people who don't understand.
Well, that's why they need to pay attention to social studies class and United States history.
And I agree with you on that, but at the same time, somebody thinking logically, you say to yourself, I still don't understand how someone, because like I said, this is the second time in my lifetime that this has happened. The first in 2000 with Al Gore and George Bush. Al Gore won the popular vote, but George Bush ended up winning. Donald Trump lost the popular vote. Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, but he still won. And it confuses people who may not, some people only look at the elections and saying, well, whoever got the most votes won. But that's not how it works. And I feel like the Electoral College is outdated and it should be thrown out. And but see, this is my thing. I agreed with Donald Trump in 2012. Because Donald Trump in 2012, when Mitt Romney lost to President Obama, got on Twitter and tweeted about how the Electoral College is this, and it's not this, and it's an old system, and it doesn't work anymore. But of course, in 2016,
it does work.
It became this whole great thing.
You know why I like it? It's because it's strategy. It is a game. When they say road to 270, it is really the road to 270 because you can take so many paths to win the election. Now, if Hillary would have done what she was supposed to do, if people would have went out and voted, this would not be an issue. So Hillary Clinton basically lost this election by 77,000 votes between Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. So had these people would have voted and not voted for Harambe and all these other names that they wrote in, or if they would have voted for Hillary Clinton, she would have won the election. And this would not be an issue. But, like, California, you're always going to have, like, on the East Coast, you're always going, West Coast, you're always going to have that whole thing blue. California is a Democratic state. So it's always, and plus it has the most people living there. So it's always going to be the Democrats will win. But then you got those states in the Midwest, and you got the Southeastern part of the United States, and you have the Northeastern, most likely they turn blue. This state turned red for the first time in like 30 years. But it's a game. And the thing is, who can win the Electoral College? If you want your state to win, you must get out there and vote. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it's not right, it's not fair, because when you do government elections, like for mayoral, it's based on the city, not North. It's not Electoral College based on North Philly, West Philly, and South Philly. But I just really liked it. I like it. I think it's fair.
Well, I don't like it.
But people need to get out and vote. That's why we say voting matters. It counts. This is based on, the Electoral College is based on the system that's always been here. Will they ever change it? I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I doubt it. So that's why they say, make your voice heard. You say, oh, my voice wasn't heard. No. But these people in those states that don't believe, they sit at home and don't vote, this is why you should vote. And now you're going to be sitting there on January 20th
with your teeth in your lap.
Over it. Oh, damn, I should have voted. This presidential election.
On January 20th.
It really could affect us.
On January 20th.
Yes.
Put your teeth in your lap. 20 fucking 4 days from now. Put your teeth in your lap.
You said your teeth in your lap.
You be sitting there looking stupid like this. Trying to figure out what went wrong. On January 20th, you're going to get mad all over again. Yeah. It's going to be, when was election night? November what?
November 8th.
It's going to be November 8th all over again.
Yeah, I think I really have gotten over it. I've gotten over the shock and awe of this.
I've gotten so over it that I'm like this. I'm so numb to the fact that he's about to be president that I'm like this. All right, boy. I'm like this. Just let it come.
Yeah.
Let it come so we can get it started. And we can
impeach him, because he's going to get impeached. He's going to do. See, them businesses is what's going to fuck him up.
Yeah.
And then the Republicans don't want him in there anyway. But then you got to think, if Mike Pence become the president.
But you know what? His core supporters are like, listen, Donald Trump, you told us you was going to get these jobs for us. If you don't, because I saw this one lady last night on CNN. She said, oh, he can forget me in 2020 if he don't get these jobs like he said. But you know what? That's what's going to happen.
But people stupid. Let me tell you something. These factory jobs, you're going to lose these factory jobs to machines, okay? Machines will be doing everything. Nothing will be the same. You want to talk about these $15 an hour with fast food? If I was an owner, bitch, I would just get a machine to make the food.
Kevin, you took the words out of my mouth. My uncle, the one who had the stroke, by the way, your nurse said that was her grandfather.
Yes. Oh, yeah, we were talking about that too.
Yeah, that was her grandfather. When I went to go visit him in the hospital, we were talking about the election because it was right after the election, and he said the same thing. He said, Mikkel, I'm 73 years old. I ain't seen factories up and running like that since I was in my 20s
you
and 30s.
You can always find a factory.
Yeah,
anywhere. Anybody.
He said since I was in my 20s and 30s. He said I'm in my 70s. There ain't no damn factories out here running like that no more unless they making cars. He said, but other than that, you don't have factories the way they were when I was younger in the 60s and even in the 70s. There was all these factories. He said you don't see that anymore. These people, and he said these people who are banking on these factory jobs coming back, they need to forget it because it's not happening because technology has evolved. And I said, oh, Walter, you're absolutely right. He said, and you know what he said to me? He said, people your age, y'all don't know nothing about working on no damn factory.
No.
And he's right. We don't. No. But yet these old white people keep screaming about these factory jobs that have already shipped away to China, and China ain't letting them go.
These business people want to save their money.
Yes.
So they would rather have a machine do it or somebody do it for cheap. What was we just talking about? Bitch, we were just talking about somebody always hiring a certain group of people.
Yeah, the guy I follow on Instagram.
It's cheaper.
Yes, it's cheaper to keep her. I told Kevin, this guy we followed that we talked about once on our show, you know, he's a real estate guy and he has a lot of properties built here in Philadelphia. I said, but Kevin, I noticed that every time he's posting his home being built, it's always the people that
Mexicanos.
Yeah.
Sorry to sell. The stallion showed up threw me into Spanish class.
The very people that Donald Trump wanted to kick out of this country are the ones building this guy's house. And mind you, this guy voted for Donald Trump because he was all up on his Instagram talking about why we should all vote for Donald Trump, this, that, and the third. But, you know, hello, like you said, either you're going to get a machine to do your job or you're going to get somebody to do it for cheap.
You gotta, it's really important that we just get some better jobs. Or the importance of school. But then again, it's hard to get a job with a degree.
Yeah.
It's just hard. It's really hard for people out there. And if they bank, like you said, they banking on factories now because they're machines. Now, you could go to the airport and get headphones just by swiping your car and pressing what number you want. You ain't even got to go to Best Buy. Hell, buy everything from them.
Machines are taking over, Kevin. I remember when I first started flying, you had to go to the counter to get your boarding pass. No, now they have the machine there. You just either print it at home or you got the machine, you do it your damn self, okay. And all you do at the counter is give them your damn luggage.
Yeah, and they just take it and put the thing on there.
Machines are taking over. Y'all think machines not taking over? Just look at the simplest things. The simplest things. I remember literally at the airport when you had to go to the counter and tell the person your name up, and then they printed the boarding pass to you and they handed you the boarding pass. Like you said, you either can print your boarding pass out at home from a machine, your printer, or you go to the airport and they have the machines there, which never seems to be working. Okay? It's always about 6 or 7 damn machines lined up, but only 3 words, and you got a line full of 300 people trying to print out a machine. Then you got a group of family, half of them don't speak English. And they're all trying to print it out at one fucking machine, and it's about 8 of them all getting on one fucking
yes, and that's
flight.
True. Yes.
Am I lying? No, I'm not lying. I'm not over exaggerating. It's always 3 machines working out of 7, and it's always that one family that got about 8 or 9, 10 people, and majority of them don't speak English. So they all trying to figure out how to work the machine.
You try to don't speak. It just be too many goddamn strollers, bags. They want to put them all on the plane. They don't want to pay.
They want to put them all on the plane. And this is what I don't get. This is what I don't get with y'all people. When you are basically the last person coming on the plane, you should already know that there's not going to be any more space in the overheads. So you might as well leave your bag off that plane.
Yeah, and give it to the people so they can put it under the plane.
No, you're in boarding group 5.
If you're on a Route C on Southwest, forget it.
Forget it. There's no more overhead space for you. You know what I mean?
Get that early bird check-in.
Overboard space for you. So don't bring your bag on the plane because now it's wasting our time. Trying to figure out which one is empty. None of them. We were on a flight, real quick, coming back from Puerto Rico last week. We were so eager because I told you our flights had got delayed. When this plane showed up, we got on this plane, okay? Motherfuckers trying to put all shit in the thing. It was in so much disarray the boarding that they kept getting on the speaker on the plane and saying, listen, if y'all want to get out of here, we need y'all to hurry up and sit down.
Damn, okay.
Just like that. So we can leave, because if y'all don't,
they're gonna miss your time.
The weather up in New Jersey determines if we can leave from Puerto Rico, because the weather was fine down there, but remember, it snowed that day. Motherfuckers taking long. So you know me.
What you say?
I'm trying to get home.
Are you?
I've been in this airport for 6 hours. Can we sit down? Can we sit down? So one of the girls that was with me was like, yes, because we need to go. The flight attendant from the front came to the back and told the other flight attendant, just sit them anywhere.
Sit them anywhere.
Sit the people anywhere. The lady kept saying, but we got it. She said, sit them anywhere. People who were still standing up were just sitting in any empty fucking seat. Now, it says on your ticket where your seat is, but yet people still trying to find their seats.
That's ridiculous.
You done walked from the back of the plane to the front still looking for a seat.
What air flight?
I was on United. Now, don't get me wrong, I had a good time on United, so I'm not going to really talk too bad about them. But this particular flight, I was just like, listen, they said, those people who still told them to sit down anywhere, just sit down. Because people, I guess the pilots of them really wanted to leave too. Nobody wanted to be stuck in Puerto Rico. Like, we want to go. And as long as we got the clearance to go, let's go. But honey, y'all got to realize, when y'all are the last group boarding the plane, stop trying to bring a check-in bag on there. Because it's not going to work. There's no more room on the plane for you to put in the overhead bin.
Oh.
It's common sense, Kevin.
Yes.
Common sense. And then they be trying to stuff it. And another thing, people. Stop putting your jackets and shit in the overhead bin. And your pocketbooks, lady. Put that in your lap or on the seat and under the seat in front of you. Pocketbooks and jackets don't go
I wear my jacket because it be cold on them planes.
Take your jacket off and just seat it. Put it on the back of your lap. Yes.
Put it in your lap.
Like, come on. And don't say you can't do it because you can do it because I did it. Don't, come on, it's taking up space. Like, have common sense. And common courtesy. Like,
look at you in your little airplane.
yeah, I just hate getting on the plane. And then, I'm not going to talk about the kids, people with small kids. All right, next subject.
Michael B. Jordan. Is he gay or no? Now, we all did the rumors we talked about the rumors with Cordell Stewart last week. And some people wanted to know, why is everybody just so wanting to put him out there? Why everybody seem happy to put him out there?
Put who out there? Cordell Stewart?
Cordell Stewart. I don't think it's the fact that people just want to put him out there.
He put himself out there.
Yeah, but he's denied this so many times. It was just so, to me, we seen so many hints and so many signs. And then when you got a video like that, where you showing your dick and you showing your ass on the camera, something ain't right. If bells and whistles just went off like, bitch, I told you, I knew it, blah 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 blah. That's just how it went off.
The bells and whistles went off in that snap, that instant snap that I saw.
I ain't see that one.
The one I showed you.
Oh yeah. I tell you, it's a lot of shit that go down before we record. I need to just hit record just to hit record and just let it go. And you know, like it just we were talking about so much. We talked for a good 20 minutes before we hit the record button. So, Michael B. Jordan, over the weekend, it was somebody from an anonymous account just writing all of these messages to Michael B. Jordan saying he's gay and I know who dick you was sucking on. He was just saying all of this stuff. And I guess it wouldn't stop. And today I seen a video with Michael B. Jordan like addressing it, but he didn't say if he was gay or if he was not gay. He was just saying that since he got time, he said he shouldn't be replying, but since he got time today, he's going to reply to this person, whoever this person is. Karma will catch up to you. And then he was just saying how like he's not with the bullshit, he's not with the drama. Everybody have a nice day. He was just saying like happy holidays and all of this stuff, and then the video ended. But I mean, he did the video in different cuts, and seems like he was laying down, he was standing up, he was this way,
like
he was
the
that
old
way.
what was that thing that you did? One you did that The old Instagram videos. Remember the old Instagram videos?
Yeah, like when you
cut
could,
it and break it up.
Yes, that's basically what he was doing. And I'm just like, why didn't he just make one video where he just saying like, say what he got to say and leave it alone? First of all, Michael B. Jordan, you don't have to say nothing.
You actually don't have to say anything, right?
You don't even got to reply to that. Just let it be. Like, he's not somebody that I'm going around thinking like, yes, he's definitely gay.
Because I don't care.
Like, yeah.
He's a nice guy. If he is gay, he's gay.
Now, see, now he's way different from Cordell Stewart. It's not the same.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't even get a gay vibe from him. He just looks very nice. He looks very nice in suits.
He's a nice.
He's a great actor.
And if he, like I said, if he is gay, he's gay.
I'm gonna do your thing, Michael B. Jordan. But don't be replying to people. Right. You just leave it alone. Keep the let the rumors be. Shit, let it be. But don't make no more videos addressing this. Anybody in the future, I don't care how many times they keep leaving messages, block them or something. Unless they got physical proof that is true, then why are you replying? It's better when.
But even if they got physical proof, don't even reply them.
Well, I mean, somebody gonna want answers once the proof gets out there.
What? I'm gay. What else? More else do you need? Okay, here's the proof. Moving on.
It won't be that simple.
Well, it should.
Because you know how. Not with the black gays are coming out. No, oh my God, it's a big party.
Because they'll all be in his DMs. Can you imagine everybody in Frank Ocean's DM when he came out?
Yes. Every DM.
And then what did he do to y'all?
Not a damn thing.
Ran high.
Anything.
Like most gays do.
Yeah,
fuck you and then leave you.
Came and went. What's that album called? Blind. It came and went. Did it get nominated for? Didn't even get nominated for Grammys.
You about to say Oscar?
Yeah, but you know, Oscar season is coming, and I have to see the movie Fences with Denzel Washington.
I have to see it too, but one of my followers was in the movies and he saw it, and then he posted about it afterwards, and he was like, it was really good acting, but it was very, very slow. He said it was a
2 hours and something.
It was like the whole story was just a slow. If you've seen it, let us know. Of course, I'm one of those people that you still got to see it for yourself. Mm-hmm. But I just found it interesting that he said that it was really good acting, but it was just a slow film.
I got to see it. And speaking of Denzel Washington, he was saying that
gems, hasn't he? He's been dropping gems. Have you been seeing those different videos where he's been getting
Yes. But I don't know if I agree with him on one of his new statements that he was talking about on colorism in Hollywood.
I didn't see it. What did he say?
He was saying that that like it's not really tough for dark-skinned women in Hollywood, and he was using Viola Davis as an example and her being in his film. And he was saying like maybe he's like the problem is people blame other people for them not getting roles. He was like maybe you just weren't good enough for that role, and that's probably why they went with a light-skinned person. But he was like he's just tired of hearing about how dark-skinned women have it harder than light-skinned women in Hollywood, and I just don't agree with that. I do feel like light-skinned women in any. It's not even just in acting, in music, and television, film, all across the board, because they are looked at as beautiful. And when you see a dark-skinned woman, most of the time they think of her as like dark, something, or she could be not pretty enough. And it's so many dark-skinned women feel oppressed in this industry. Some of them want to go out and even lighten their skin color, and it's just like some don't even appreciate the beauty in them being a dark-skinned woman. And you don't even have to be in Hollywood. It's just some people that just don't like being dark-skinned, period. But I just feel like Denzel was wrong in this one. And he was like, even if it take you 20 years, why should it take you 20 years if you are good enough? If you are that good of an actress, it should not take you that long to get roles. I do feel like it's a
to get roles or to get like
recognition, roles. It's more like from roles. He was talking about from role standpoint.
Well, I agree with you. Because for him to use Viola Davis as an example, I would not say that, because Viola Davis just came up
probably like since The Help.
Yeah,
because I ain't never heard her.
Right. So since The Help. Well, I'm sure she's been doing stuff before The Help, but The Help kind of really blew her up. And then since The Help, she's been in stuff. But I just feel like Viola Davis is not a good example, because she's just coming to being this big thing. before Viola Davis, you didn't really have too many dark-skinned actresses who were doing their thing. Excuse me. Whoopi Goldberg was doing her thing in the 90s and the 80s, but Whoopi Goldberg was not this, she was not looked at as this leading beautiful actress like a Halle Berry was. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Angela Bassett, she's a beautiful woman, and she's not dark skinned. She ain't light skinned either, but she's like in, you know,
brown skin.
She's brown skinned. I think Angela Bassett probably was the darkest. You know what I mean? And then they went from Angela to Viola. But other than Angela, you had Halle Berry, who was light skinned. You know, you had all these light actresses. Now, I will say, Denzel, okay, if you're speaking of recognition, I kind of get what you're saying, where you're saying that even if it takes you 20 years, you stick it out. Because Denzel Washington has been in the game for a long time, probably 40 plus years. And when Denzel Washington first started out, he didn't start out as this big actor. You know what I mean? Like, it took him a long time to get to where he was Denzel Washington. He was even on that show in the 80s, St. Elsewhere, and he had a role on there. But even when he was on St. Elsewhere, he wasn't Denzel Washington. I think he became Denzel Washington probably a little after he won that Oscar for Glory in 1989. And even then, he was not Denzel Washington. Probably when Malcolm X came along was when he became Denzel Washington. You know what I mean? And he had already had an Oscar when he did Malcolm X, but I think that when Malcolm X came along, because when he did Glory, he was not the leading star in that movie. He was a supporting actor because he won the supporting actor Oscar. But I agree with him when he says that even if it takes you 20 years to get that recognition, yeah. But as far as even if it takes you 20 years to get a movie role, that's
unfair. And then Hollywood look at him saying,
to tell a black, dark-skinned woman, yeah, if it takes you 20 years to get a movie role, then you should just
stick it out, because sticking it out don't pay the bills.
It don't pay the bills. Now, if you are a black actress and you are getting jobs, then yeah, keep doing your thing until you get recognized, because at the end of the day, you are getting jobs. You are getting these jobs. Now, they may not be the jobs that you want, but baby, you still getting that paycheck, okay? But if you're just somebody that's struggling in 20 years and I can't get a job simply because I'm dark-skinned, then it's like, all right, now that's...
Yeah, it's just recently becoming the trend now with all of these and then all of these new black shows.
Right.
Like, I think it started with, like, Scandal with Carrie Washington in the lead, and then everybody fell in love with Empire, and then we fell in love with Blackish. It was just like, we have all of these shows coming back, and then NBC had the show, The Carmichael Show. I'm not sure if that's still around.
The First 48.
Yeah, then, what's her name? No, bitch, that's something else. But they do have a lot of black people, and you better not show your fucking face. Because, bitch, it's 5 minutes into the episode, and you show your face, they're going to be at your door. That is true. What's her name? Taraji had her role on A Person of Interest, like, before Empire. But it's like, it's really like the trend now.
First 48 is my show, and I guess somebody knock it. Yeah, it got a lot of black people on the air. It's a black show.
It's not a black show.
It's a lot of black show.
They be trying to on that show. I mean, they be murdering for the dumbest thing.
The dumbest
I guess it was a New Orleans family. They just had an argument, and then he shot them. Like, what?
The saddest one, I told y'all this before, but I'll tell you this again. The saddest one for me was when that lady had to go put all her furniture and stuff in storage because she could no longer afford it because she had lost her job. And as she was coming out of the place where she put her furniture in, this car drove up, and it was all caught on camera. Drove up and then made a U-turn and then came around. The guy jumped out of the passenger seat, ran up to her as she was getting in the car to rob her, and she kind of fought back, and he shot and killed her right there. And it was so sad because when her family got on the news asking for people to help, you know, to find who killed her, when they explained the story, you know, about what her situation was, it really broke your heart. But then when they found the guy who did it,
it was somebody she knew.
It wasn't somebody she knew. When they found the guy who did it, of course he was in denial. I didn't do it, I didn't do it. But when the cop who was interrogating him, the detective said, let me just give you a little rundown about this lady that we know that you killed. And he ran down, you know, this lady had came to this country, she didn't have anything, she worked her way, and then she fell on hard times and had to put her stuff in storage because she had to move in with relatives because she could no longer afford her place. He said, and you killed this woman who was coming out of this factory from putting her stuff in storage because she could no longer afford anything. And the money that she had on her was the money that she had. When I tell you that guy broke down and started crying right then and there, like that was his admission, right? He just broke down. When the guy broke down, I broke down. Because it was so sad. Like, it was such a sad, and I know some of y'all probably like, yes, I saw that episode. It was such a sad episode because you think this lady, you know, she was down on her luck and y'all come and rob her and she didn't even have anything. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't have anything to give y'all. And then the family was like, you know, if they would have asked, she probably would have gave them what she had. And it was just,
did he get life in prison?
I don't know. I don't know if he got, I don't remember that far what they gave him. But baby, it broke my heart when the cop broke it down to him, and then he just broke down and started crying. It was just like, it hit him right then and there, like damn, I killed this lady and she didn't even have shit. Motherfuckers, you know.
Yeah, on that note, we need to get out of here.
Yeah, they'll do that to you.
Yeah, and Usher, please don't go on Dancing with the Stars, please. Don't.
Because you're gonna win.
Well,
and it's not gonna be fair.
I just don't want him to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because that's not for him yet. Usher's still Usher.
20 more years.
20 more years. But even, yeah, wait until you are old enough to where we are trying to figure out if you can still dance or not.
Yes.
Well, Usher, we know you can still dance. And it just won't be fair. And I don't think the contestants on there, if he was to go on there now, would want to.
He can dance. And he goes
Usher, Chris Brown, Sierra, Beyonce needs to stay away from Dancing with the Stars right now.
They need to come out with their own dance show.
Those four artists don't need to go on Dancing with the Stars. Beyonce, Sierra, Chris Brown, or Usher. They don't need to be on. Nobody's dancing.
I need to shut my mouth.
Okay. And who else?
J-Lo.
Oh, J-Lo too. That's right. She don't need to be on Dancing with the Stars either. J-Lo can still move, and she looks.
For 48 years old. J-Lo, you better fucking do it. Whatever you're doing.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Because you're doing it, and you're doing it very well. Okay? And I know Mark Anthony still wants you.
They had a kiss a couple weeks ago on one of them shows.
J-Lo, I want you, and I never even had you.
You want J-Lo?
Nah, I don't want her. I'll take her money, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From acting, dancing, touring, music, clothes, perfumes. I did not know Mariah Carey had 8 perfumes. My sister was telling me that. I did not know that. But listen, y'all, we're gonna go. We got one last video for the new year. For the year. And we're gonna break down some stuff that happened through 2016. So y'all let us know what y'all want us to discuss. But in the meantime, I'm still gonna be writing down stuff. And then y'all know how my time is gonna be very limited because I have to do like our best moments of 2016. So please write me and let me know what you feel were our best moments and stuff like that. And we are gonna go. Y'all have a good week. Peace. Today is really Tuesday.
Yeah, it is. Thank you, Jesus.